Activity 10. Students Laura Ortiz Rueda, Daisy Viviana Gamboa Rodríguez, Yulitza Leguía Domínguez, and Nancy Smith Monsalve Cruz. 1. Explains is at the scene why the principle of the SAN model of international control and its importance as its mechanics to help to control management. The standard model of international control MESI is a tool that seeks to unify internal control criteria for the public sector. Second tag in improves its institutional performance and can meet its objectives in accordance with the provisions of the political constitutional of Colombia. This in don from a structure, strategy, management, and evaluation. The fundamental principles of the STAR model of international control are 3. 1. Self-control. It is the ability that aims public servant manifesto control their functions, detect mistakes and make correction for the adequate fulfillment of the results that are expected in the exercise of their function. 2. Self-regulation. It is the institutional capacity to apply in a participation manage with the entities demands and produce established in the regulation, allowing the development and implementation of the international control system under an environment of rectitude, efficiency, and transparency in public action. 3. Self-management. It is the institutional capacity of the public entity to interpret coordination, apply, and evaluate effectivity, efficiency, and effective. The administrative function assigns to it be constitution, the land and this regulation. The stance of model international control MESI provides the basic structure to evaluate the strategies, management, and evaluation mechanics of the administrative process. The model can be adapted to the special needs of the entity, but is if essential, the task be applied to provide what guidance towards the fulfillment of institutional objectives. Thank you.
Independent and objective activity of assurance and consulting with the purpose of adding more value and improving the operation of the entity for the achievement of their objective. The role played by the internal auditor is based on the principles on internal auditing. The auditor must have independence during the audit to ensure that the findings and conclusions are based on objective evidence that is must be impartial as in the Hawaii that is friend of bias and conflict of interest. In addition, you must have the ability to make rational judgment is all audit situations with the due professional care that concern you. The auditor, in addition to a set of information related to the process, must add under the principle on integrity, objectivity, confidentiality, competency, and rule of the conduct. The role of the auditor demands that he exercise the activity in planned, documented, organized, and systemic manner with respect to the long-range strategy of goals, results, policies, plans, programs, project process, indicators, and risks. Thus, the entity as defined for the fulfillment of its mission within the framework of the internal control system.
The city bookhead is an technical presence of the national bookhead, which seeks to enable people, include those who are not familiar with public finances, to know how to use the results obtained in concept of taxes, loan donations, and illustrate in a graphic what is the main perspective of the buffet. Those are the sector of all the buckhead entities of limited years. In the graph we can set out these were the sector and enter that would find in the department of Santander, which we Rio Magdalena, Green, War, and Basis Center. The purpose, which on of the region values and with the department was general purpose.
Hello, Budget Department of Santander. The main finding evidence in the monitoring of the budget management of the Department of Santander were: 1. Secretary of the Treasury. The Secretary of the Treasury made an initial budget of 3,670,572,220 pesos. After which, it made a request for a budget increase, with it made a request for a budget increase with amount to the 5,643,427,128 pesos. However, only 51% of the budget was executed, so lack of the payment and distribution on resources in the population with the evidence. Two, Secretary of the Agriculture. The Secretary of Agriculture and Rural Development have an alter in this budget for 22,671,452,7 pesos, of which only execute 56% of there is no the vote that these results were not well and they were not extended programs and projects to thereby execute the budget in the interstructure. And three, Secretary TLC. And Secretary to execute the budget in these departments of Santander was ICT as this only execute 40% of one was budget. Thank you.